Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for March 14th, 2019. This is where we give you a quick look at some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting from the past 24 hours. If you want to learn more about these stories, in the show notes down below, I'll put a link to each one. You can read about them for yourself and come up with your own decisions. What do you think about them? We'll love to hear from you. Hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It helps me a lot. Hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV, but still watch the shows, the movies, the events you want to watch for a lot less. Speaking of saving money, hey, two quick deals to check out. I'll put a link to both of these in the show notes, but with March Madness happening, a lot of TV manufacturers have deals, and Roku and Amazon are no different. So right now you can get a 50-inch 4K HDR Roku TV like the one behind me, or a from TCL, or you can get an Amazon Fire TV edition from Toshiba 50-inch 4K HDR for $299 each. Check them out. I would recommend both. They're great TVs, great for cord cutting because it integrates both your antenna and your streaming services all into one device. So check that out. I'll put a link to both in the show notes down below. All right, so yesterday, let's dive into the news. Yesterday we broke the news, or we confirmed the news we broke, I should say, back on Saturday, that DirecTV Now was rolling out 2 new packages, replacing their current packages, and raising the price $10 on current subscribers. I know a lot of people doubted us. It all happened exactly as we said it would. But there was a lot of confusion because grandfathered DirecTV Now subscribers with the $25 Go Big discount had lost it. When DirecTV Now first launched, they had a deal where if you got the Go Big plan, you could get a $25 discount on it, reportedly for life. And so far that discount stayed. Now the base package is still going up $10, but that $25 discount on that stays in place. Now many subscribers had lost that. Cord Cutting News reached out to AT&T, who confirmed back to Cord Cutting News that that was an error, even though chat support, which never trust chat support. If I can tell you one thing, chat support is way too often wrong. But chat support told people that had gone away and you wouldn't be getting it back. But AT&T said that was a mistake. A glitch in the system, they called it. They've gone back and restored the $25 discount. And if you don't see it right now, they're asking you to log out of your DirecTV Now account and log back in to see the restored $25 DirecTV Now discount. So you will still see a $10 price hike in April. Some people may not see that happen yet because your next renewal may happen before the price hike happens. But in April, it looks like the 7th to the 12th, depending on where your account recycle. If your bill happens after that, you'll see your next $10 price hike. So keep that in mind. Moving along, anybody here remember TNT Monster Vision from Joe Bob Briggs? Anybody a big fan of horror movies with a fun host that adds a lot to the story to the movies you see? Well, Shudder has had him on a few times to do special events. And now Shudder has announced that they are launching a new show called The Last Drive-In that will air classic horror movies every week with commentary from Joe Bob Briggs. So if you're a fan of Monster Vision, very good news. Shudder is filling in the void as one more example of how cord cutting is saving some great cable networks shows that they walked away from. And if you like horror movies in general, check out Shudder. I'll put a link down below. It starts later this month, and every week you'll get a couple new movies from Joe Bob Briggs with his commentary and his unique take on the world of movies. All right, let's move along to another streaming service that is making waves later this month. Apple will reportedly announce a new streaming service later this month on the 25th. They have a big press event. A lot of people are reporting that is when the announcement will come. Details are still thin. It will reportedly rely heavily on Apple's original content. But now we're getting reports that Apple is in talk with Starz, Showtime, and HBO, amongst others, to bring their content to Apple's new streaming service. According to reports, at launch, Apple's service will rely heavily on third-party content and bring in more Apple original content throughout the year and years to come. That's understandable, as with all services that rely heavily on original content, it takes a while to produce original content. So you can see Apple, they'll, like Netflix, continue to grow their catalog. Now, the scary thing here is we're like 2 weeks away from this announcement, if that, and they're still in talks with these services. So we may not even hear about this at launch. According to reports, they will announce it this month, but it won't necessarily launch this month. We'll wait and see if that comes true. We really don't know anything for sure. It's all reports from places like Bloomberg and 9to5Mac and Mac Rumors and all these other sites that focus on this, traditionally with a good track record being accurate on these issues. But for now, we'll have to wait and see if they get it right or wrong. So Link in the show notes if you want to read more about it, and we'll have to see. We will have full coverage of the Apple event later this month. All right, another service that just came out today when I'm recording this is PBS Living. It's a new streaming service from PBS. It's an Amazon channel, very similar to the PBS Masterpiece and PBS Kids. There are Amazon channels. $2.99 gives you access to a ton of quote-unquote lifestyle shows, much like an HGTV type service, but from PBS. This Old Home and other content will be there, where PBS has taken a lot of their back catalog and newer shows and grouping them up into this nice little PBS Living if you're into that kind of content. It's a great option there. Just went live today. I have a link to it down below in the show notes. Well, it may not be the live feed of PBS many people want. PBS does say that's in the works. They are in talks with live TV streaming services to make it available. Of course, you can put an antenna up, and always a good option if you can. And check it out down below. Lastly today, hey, we have a full comparison of all those services. Usually once a month I'll post an update of DirecTV Now versus Hulu versus Sling versus YouTube, PlayStation Vue, etc. But with DirecTV Now making such a massive change yesterday, we brought that out. So I have a complete updated chart with the new DirecTV Now Max and DirecTV Now Plus packages, so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinion on them and which service is right for you. Now, one thing about this, a lot of people are like, hey, there's other DirecTV Now packages, and that is true. And in the chart, I did talk about it, that DirecTV's satellite packages are now available for streaming starting at $93 a month through DirecTV Now. It's kind of hidden. You have to know where to look. They don't really advertise on the DirecTV Now website. And honestly, just in my opinion, just putting something online doesn't make it cord cutting. Now, I know they're basically the same packages that were there before, renamed, rebranded as the satellite packages. My issue here is, again, putting something online does not make it cord cutting. AT&T is only pushing the Max and the Plus package, and I'll be honest, at $93, it's just not really much of a cord cutting deal. I don't know, maybe you disagree with me, but I didn't include them in the chart for two main reasons. They're not being promoted on the site. When you look at the DirecTVNow.com site, you have to know where to look to find them. Two, they're basically the DirecTV satellite packages at $90-some a month. And people are like, well, you know, it's very similar, pretty much exact of the old DirecTV packages, but it's like a $50-some a month price hike. Can't really recommend that. Let me know what you think, though. Do the DirecTV Now satellite packages starting at $93 a month constitute cord cutting? My argument has always been something online does not always make it cord cutting. But you let me know. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? I'd love to hear from you. Are you even remotely interested in a $93 a month streaming package of DirecTV Now satellite versions rebranded and put online? So leave me a comment. Let me know. I'll love to hear from you. Hey, next week tomorrow I'll be back, but next week we'll have more coverage and more to come. So keep coming. We got big news in the works over at Coral Cars News. So hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. We'll appreciate your support. Check back tomorrow. As always, all these stories, if you want to read more about them, in the show notes down below. All right, everybody, have a great day. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.